Hi, I'm Kelly, and this is my channel, Incredible Anyway, where I talk about how to live an incredible life no matter what your circumstances are. I am filming this in December. I had a gentamicin perfusion October 27th. I wanted to explain what happens as far as recovery-wise for a gentamicin procedure. I want to explain it for those who care about me and want to understand what I go through, but also for those of you who maybe are considering a gentamicin procedure and haven't ever had one. Reaction to a medication can be different for different people, but this is a very common reaction to gentamicin. I've had 9 gentamicin injections. I have a playlist of my Meniere's disease videos. You can find videos on there about what happens during a gentamicin procedure. I even have a video where you can see my doctor actually give me an injection. The reason that we choose to do gentamicin procedures is because it's less invasive than surgery. We're trying to do what surgery does without having to be as invasive. And gentamicin is an antibiotic that is toxic to the ear. Basically, we're trying to kill the communication between the ear and the brain so that the brain doesn't get the communication about the vertigo. There are little hair cells in the vestibular, the balance portion of the ear, that are nerve cells, and they're connected to the nerve. And because we're trying to cut the communication between the brain and the ear, we try to kill those hair cells. And so this medication does that. It kills the hair cells. The results vary between people. There's a very small percentage of the population, about 6% of people will have one gentamicin procedure and never need another treatment for Meniere's again. There are other people where they need a few and then they won't need gentamicin ever again. I have had 9 and we've proven that my ear is resistant to this treatment long term. I can have help in a very short term, but then my symptoms come back because my hair cells regrow. And so I'm on the path to getting surgery, but I couldn't get into the surgeon quickly, so we decided to do a gentamicin to hold me off until I did surgery. When you kill the inner ear hair cells, those nerve cells, and you stop the communication between the ear and the brain, there is going to be consequences. The brain is going to start going, what the heck? Where is the communication that I'm used to getting from the ear? Again, we're killing the hair cells in the vestibular part of the ear. Not only are you stopping the communication about vertigo, but you're stopping the communication about balance. And how we balance is we use our eyes, our ears, and our brain, basically. And when you stop the communication about balance from your ear to your brain, the brain freaks out, basically, and says, where is this input? And the vertigo and balance get worse because the brain is used to getting that input and it's not there anymore. And so the brain doesn't know what to do. It doesn't know how to balance well because of that. After a gentamicin injection perfusion, usually vertigo and balance get severe. I can tell you I had probably 2 or 3 gentamicin perfusions that resulted in me having to completely relearn to walk balance-wise. My balance and my vertigo was so bad that I couldn't get up. It was basically like a toddler learning how to balance and walk again, and it took a while. So it's a pretty extreme treatment with hopefully extremely good results, and that's why we do it, and that's why it's worth it. Now, the vertigo and the balance don't stay severe forever. It's why you're able to relearn to walk, and the balance improves and the vertigo improves. The reason that it does improve is there's something that the brain does called central compensation, where the healthy ear, in my case my left ear, starts to take over for the duties that the right ear used to perform. So it starts sending balance information to the brain that compensates for the information it's not getting from the right ear. So over time, the brain learns to listen to the healthy ear, and then the vertigo and the balance improve, but it takes a bit. And my doctor said the worse that your balance and your vertigo is after gentamicin, the better you're going to be afterwards, because it means that you've killed more hair cells, and that's what we want. We want to kill all the hair cells. So the more it is, the better prospect for how the future is going to be. And I think that's really important to remember, because it can be really, really hard when the vertigo is constant and severe, imbalance is so severe, and the recovery process, because you feel like, man, I've been going through all of these severe symptoms, and then I had a procedure, and then it gets worse. But that's part of the procedure, is that it will get worse before it gets better, but it will get better. I hadn't had a gentamicin in over a year, and I just have a vestibular function test showing that I had 49% function of the nerve cells in my inner ear, which means that they had regrown, because I used to have like 1% function. Sometimes gentamicin doesn't kill the nerve cells. Sometimes it kills them and they regrow, and that is what happens with me. And that's why gentamicin isn't a permanent treatment for me. It's only something that's going to hold me over, and I've decided that I'm going to pursue surgery. I got the injection on October 27th. I started having vertigo that was related to the procedure pretty quickly, but it didn't get really severe for about 5 days. And then it was, my balance was horrible. I didn't get to a place, thankfully, where I absolutely couldn't walk, but I did have to use my wheelchair. And I go into the hospital weekly for IV infusions for my other health issues. I wasn't able to drive myself in my wheelchair anymore. I had to be pushed in a wheelchair. It was that severe. These nurses and the nursing assistants see me every week, and one of them said, "I'm really concerned for you. I'm really scared for you, Kelly. This is really bad. I've never seen you this bad." I was like, yeah, that's part of it. And I think that's why it's really important to know that that's part of it, so that you can educate the people around you so they don't get scared and freak out. I mean, it is not fun. It is scary, if you will, but it doesn't mean that something's wrong. It means that something's right. It means that the perfusion, the treatment is working. And if there is any concerns that this is not okay, absolutely a person should call their ear, nose, and throat doctor, their neuro-otologist, whoever performed the gentamicin, anytime there's questions. Because what's normal for me may not be normal for you, and you want to be informed, and you want the doctor to be informed on how you're doing. So I had a really miserable time. It's been no fun. It's been my birthday, Benny's birthday occurred during this time, Halloween occurred during this time, and I was pretty much like had no clue what was going on. I didn't read birthday messages for a week after my birthday. My family and I still haven't celebrated my birthday, though we are planning to do that. I was just surviving, just enduring, and it was no fun. The good news is, though, that here I am. I'm still having vertigo here and there, but it's really like many steps forward, one step back, many steps forward, one step back. And soon I won't be having any vertigo, and who knows how long I will go without vertigo. Early on, I would go up to like 10, 11 months without vertigo after gentamicin. Because my hair cells regrow. It's not going to be true for everybody. And then I've gone as short as like, it lasted only 2 or 3 months. And that was as recent as 2021. My hope is that because I had such a significant reaction to the gentamicin, that means that it's going to last longer than a few months of help. I don't see the new neuro-otologist, the new surgeon, until February. So I'm hoping at least it will last until then, because my old doctor is now retired, so I don't have a doctor currently as far as a specialist for Meniere's. I'm just kind of floating on my own until I can get into this new doctor. But I just want to encourage you that if you're going through this, it will get better. You will find hope from this treatment, even if it's just temporary like I've experienced. Of course, with Meniere's, we want a permanent treatment, but when something helps at all with Meniere's, it's a really, really something to be very, very thankful for. And I'm so thankful for the gentamicin treatments. If you watch my journey, I have a video of the 9 gentamicins that I've had in the treatment of hope, and you can see where I'm always really hopeful, and I think that's so important. And it is a hopeful procedure because it has helped me, even if it's not for very very long. It's helped me and given me some periods of time. And that's something I'm very, very thankful for. It's been a journey, but I'm here and I'm still taking steps forward and I'm still hopeful. And if you have any questions about gentamicin, if you have any questions about the injection or the process or why or anything, there are no stupid questions, no stupid questions. Very, very welcome. I'm here for you. The reason I do these videos is because I don't want you to feel alone. If you have Meniere's disease, hit me up in the comments, say hi. Fellow Meniere's warrior here. I'm Kelly. Remember, you are not alone. You're not. We got this. We're fighting. We can do it. Keep the hope. Keep taking the next step. It can be livable. We can get through it. We can have a life that has really good moments in it, really incredible moments, even with all of these challenges. I love you guys. Bye.
You are not alone in this world. You are not alone. You are not alone in this world. You are not